Hey everyone, this is Moorland Morning. How is your week going? I hope great, especially since we're already past the weekly update.
Exactly. Right here on YouTube, we're diving headfirst into our usual Jorvik mysteries, followed by our NIMF segment and the community's favorite topics. Did I miss anything, Nova?
Spot on, Waverly. Let's see what we have in store for today. Get comfortable and join us on a mental journey to Jorvik Island. Enjoy your breakfast.
And enjoy your coffee or tea. It's finally Friday. Let's slide into the weekend together. Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Moorland Morning. As always, I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Waverly.
Hey everyone, so good to be back. I've been looking forward to sitting down with Nova all week and diving into all things Jorvik.
Same here. So tell me, how was your week on the island?
Thanks for asking. Honestly, I've been pretty productive. I managed to train a few horses and focused on grinding reputation. Most of my time went into the runestone trials over in Balladale. It's actually a pretty sweet deal, gathering light while your horse passive-aggressively soaks up all that XP.
Right? I think Star Stable actually nailed that mechanic. Training while gathering resources is a lifesaver. Plus, the craftable items like garden powder or wisdom jam give that nice little extra XP boost.
Definitely. Although running in circles can get a bit monotonous at times, my curiosity always gets the best of me.
Tell me about it. I think we've all been there, but it pays off in the end. Though, I've got to admit, it's a bit frustrating how rarely I find rune tablets lately, even with my Motherstone upgrades pretty high.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, but honestly, it's hilarious watching you run around for hours chasing floating lights. I think you secretly enjoy the grind.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't.
I knew it.
Anyway, Waverly, maybe we should move on to our first main topic of the day, the evolution of Jorvik summers.
Oh, the evolution of summer?
Exactly. Summer in Star Stable and how much it has changed over the years. Right now, we're looking at a pretty simplified, streamlined version of these updates.
Ah, I see what you mean, Nova. You're talking about how everything is basically crammed into Fort Pinta now. The new and returning horses, the rainbow race, where I constantly fall off the edge, by the way, and the casual floaty duck collecting on the beach.
Pretty much, yeah. It wasn't always this static. I still have fond memories of the days when we used to hop into Micah's Stoneground's hot air balloon to travel above the clouds. There were so many different quests and tokens to collect, and it just felt like a cooler place to hang out.
Oh, I remember that. Back when it wasn't just a massive crowd on Pinta Beach, but actually felt like a storyline we were playing through. And let's be real, the rainbow race felt way less glitchy back then.
To be honest, I kind of missed that vibe. I get why they streamlined it, but the current setup lacks that magical feeling for me. Now I just log in, efficiently grab the reputation dailies, get my rewards, and do the races only if they're on my training route. I don't really linger there.
Fair point. Though from what I've seen, a ton of players love hanging out at the beach, grinding the rewards, and basically living there for the summer.
Which is great. I think my perspective has just shifted. Since I'm focused on training my horses and catching up on main and side quests, there are days I don't even touch the festival.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're definitely more into the equestrian routine. But hey, it is a horse game, right?
True. It just means I progress a bit slower with the event stuff. I still try to drop by Pinta every day to catch some summer vibes, but my main issue is, well, I've always been an autumn-winter person. You know me, Halloween and the Winter Village.
Oh, don't even get me started. You literally live on Christmas music in the middle of July.
It's so true. I'll be blasting Last Christmas while aggressively leveling up my horses or running a championship. It's an elite vibe, honestly.
Unbelievable. Doesn't it get boring? Like, don't you ruin the mood for when winter actually comes around?
A little bit, yeah. That's why I strictly ration it. Around Halloween, I take a break from the Christmas tunes for a few weeks, and then I go full holiday mode around mid-December.
Oh gosh, you're hopeless. So the real issue is that even back then, you didn't love the event for the summer vibes, but rather for the magical aesthetics?
Exactly. Back then, it felt timeless, like a mythical realm above the clouds. Now, the game just dumps pure summer heat right onto us, so maybe that's why it's not my favorite. What about you?
Well, I actually like the concept overall. It gives us extra things to do. And I see the vision. A think it's a great summer activity for gaming geeks like us to get through the season without actually getting sunburned. It feels cozy and fresh.
Wow, okay. That's actually a really nice way to look at it. You might be right. Maybe I'm just being too stubborn about it.
Nah, you just prefer different seasons, which is totally fine. Speaking of which, to our listeners out there, what's your favorite season and why? Are you all about the summer heat, swimming, and late-night BBQs? Or do you prefer the cozy, moody autumn days, watching the leaves change color while sitting by the window with a hot chocolate during a rainstorm?
With a pumpkin spice latte.
Wait, what?
Yes, the iconic pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin pie, and a good dark fantasy book. That gets my vote every single time.
Okay, I admit that does sound amazing. I wouldn't say no to a pumpkin spice coffee and a pastry either. It sounds so cozy. But back to summer. It just started. Let's not bury it yet. Let's hype ourselves up and enjoy it while it lasts, because before you know it, the days will get short and the cold will be back.
I'll try, Waverly. I'm working on it. Waverly, I was thinking it's time to push you out of your comfort zone and away from that Friesian box you're always in.
Oh, what do you have in mind?
I was thinking we should play a game called The Last Horse Standing. I'll give you two options and you have to pick one. But here's the catch. You have to weigh your choices carefully, because whichever horse wins at the very end is the one you theoretically have to ride every single time you log into the game for a whole year. No switching allowed.
Oh dear, I'm already terrified of how this is going to end.
Come on, Waverly. This might actually be the moment you discover your next favorite breed. Let's dive right in.
Don't hold back, oh my goodness.
Round 1. Dartmoor pony or curly horse?
Good heavens. Oof. The curly, bless its heart, is just really not my style. No offense to it, obviously. I don't want anyone to misunderstand the situation, but I'm definitely choosing the Dartmoor pony.
We're listening. Why?
First of all, it originates from Dartmoor in the United Kingdom. That's an immediate bonus point for me because while it might be an open secret, I have a massive soft spot for Ireland and the British Isles. So it already started with an advantage. And on top of that, its appearance is just way more appealing to me.
Awesome. Next round. Dartmoor pony or Welsh pony?
Woo. You know what? I'm holding my ground, staying with the Dartmoor pony.
Are you sure? And just to add a little twist to make things harder, the coat color you see in the picture is your only option. I'm doing this to force you even further away from your deeply beloved Friesians.
Oh, that is so evil.
Is not. I'm just firmly establishing the rules of our little game to make it way more exciting.
Fair enough. Wow. But even so, I'm sticking with the Dartmoor pony. The Welsh pony just has too much of a dished head for my liking.
Perfect. Next up then, Dartmoor pony or Akalteke?
Jesus, finally a big horse, Akalteke, all the way. I'm not saying I'm a pony denier, but big horses are my true love, so I absolutely have to swap the pony out.
What about the color? It wouldn't bother you considering the jet black Friesian is your ultimate favorite?
You know what? No, it can stay. I'd rather take this than a pony for a whole year. Sorry, dear Dartmoor pony, I have to say goodbye. Farewell.
Poor pony. I hope it doesn't take it personally and start a petition on the Jorvik forum saying, "Down with the pony deniers."
Let's hope it somehow processes the devastating burden of being replaced. Keep them coming, don't hold back.
All right, Akalteke or Swedish Warmblood?
Oh my god, bye-bye Akalteke. The Swedish Warmblood is going to be my new best friend for a year. Its gaits are insane. And actually, this coat color is excellent. But I do have to add that I think its head turned out a bit too big, which makes it look slightly disproportionate in the game. But I would definitely choose it over the Teke. The lineup is starting to get really good.
I knew you were going to say its head is too big. I laughed about this when you first mentioned it a few weeks ago, pointing it out as a flaw, if we can call it that.
But I'm completely serious. Other than that, the model is honestly very decent, and I would gladly use it for a year if it came down to it.
Awesome! What do you guys think? Is the head too big? I'm staying neutral. I actually like it even with that head size. All right, moving on. Swedish Warmblood or Hanoverian?
Oh, immediate swap, Hanoverian. Its jump is very, very impressive. Its gaits are excellent, so it's a clear trade for me. The Hanoverian is the winner so far. It's even better than the Swedish Warmblood.
Wow, really? Now that actually surprised me, I'll be honest. But it's exciting. We're making progress here.
Yes, I can't wait to see what's next. Let's see it.
Hanoverian or American Saddlebred?
Oh, okay. I am so sorry, dear Hanoverian fans, but American Saddlebred. It's stunning, and with this coat, I'd buy it instantly. Though I have to mention, you actually own this exact one, and it's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd be nice to you and include something I knew you definitely liked, instead of just throwing difficult cases at you at random.
Its movement is majestic, and I adore it. There's nothing to explain. We might just have our winner right here.
Don't get ahead of yourself just yet. Let me show you the next one. American Saddlebred or Selle Francais?
Oh, and you claimed you weren't evil. This is tough. This round is getting really difficult. Eek. I am sorry to say, but I'm sticking with the American Saddlebred. But only because of the color. Because otherwise, the Selle Francais has beautiful gaits, and the model turned out really, really well. But I just don't like it in this specific coat. How much longer are you going to torture me?
I promise, not much. Here comes the penultimate one. American Saddlebred or Sport Friesian?
Are you serious right now? The Sport Friesian, obviously. It has to be that one. You know every single Friesian has a special place in my heart, no matter what color it is.
I figured you'd choose that, which is exactly why I brought the final, ultimate option to settle it all. Sport Friesian or Bronte?
You're sneaky, Nova, but definitely Bronte. It has a gorgeous movement, a majestic appearance, and I just absolutely love both of its coats. The way it appears with the power of the thundering skies and leaves every other horse in the dust with its gaits, it's incredibly graceful.
Really? Wow, I am completely shocked. I thought the Sport Friesian was going to be the absolute best for you. So maybe the Friesian isn't living perfection after all? This opens up a whole new perspective for me.
Wait, before we get too deep into this, let's flip the script and see what the situation is on your end.
Ooh, all right then, let's do this. I'm really curious to see how this is going to end.
Okay, let's start strong right out of the gate. Brabant or Shire?
Ah, that is a strong start, jumping straight into the deep end. Is this revenge? Jesus. Okay, well, I really love the Brabant. I even bought the bundle because of it. But the Shire is just the best ever, hands down, always.
I'm not even surprised, honestly, that the Shire, your longtime favorite, is your pick. All right, next up, Shire or Mule?
Okay, this is actually so cruel because the Shire is my favorite, but I'm still going to stick with the Mule. I spent years daydreaming about how amazing it would be to have mules in the game, and finally, my prayers were answered. And look at them now. They are available in so many beautiful colors.
Wow, now that was an unexpected twist. So much for the ultimate Shire obsession. Everyone take note. We just made history today. All right then, Mule or American Quarter Horse?
That's it. I'm done. I give up. This game was written in the deepest pit of hell and was designed solely to bring suffering and damnation to my soul. American Quarter Horse. That's my pick.
I think it's a really great game, actually.
It was way funnier when you were the one who had to choose. Now it's just pure torture.
Then let's continue the torture. American Quarter Horse or Morgan?
Ah, my soul is spared this time. Sorry, not the Morgan. I'm sticking with the American Quarter Horse. With this specific coat color, you completely won me over. You nailed this choice.
Well then, let's see. American Quarter Horse or Criollo?
Oh, sorry. I'm sticking with my decision. The American Quarter Horse is king.
All right, next up. American Quarter Horse or Lepidzaner?
This is a tricky one, but Lepidzaner. Right now, the Lepidzaner is definitely the winner. This is a good choice. It actually made me hesitate for a second, but I'm staying with the Lepidzaner.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise the stakes once again. Lepidzaner or Dutch Warmblood?
Jesus. Dutch Warmblood. Yes, I am definitely choosing this one. It is light years better than the Lepidzaner for me. Of course, I bought both of them because at the end of the day, you can't truly compare them like this. I can only declare this difference in quality under the pressure of having to make a sudden choice. But truth be told, if it weren't practically mandatory to pick one, I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, but there's more. Let's complicate things. Dutch warm blood or Audra?
Seriously, this can't be happening. This is a truly difficult question. Audra. I choose Audra. The Dutch warm blood is beautiful. Its gaits are ground covering, its build is majestic, and its overall look is excellent. But Audra stays. It's very close to my heart. It was love at first sight when it was added to the game.
Wow, all right, the final decision has arrived. Audra or Noriker?
Phew, finally an easy round. Sorry, Team Noriker, but Audra wins. But regardless of that, I think we can agree that it's not necessarily that magic horses are always the best in the game. It just happened to play out this way for us in this specific little match. Either way, we both love getting the Gen 3 models and playing with them because they are all wonderful in their own unique way.
Exactly. You can't compare them perfectly. Plus, the extra challenge here was that we could only judge the horse based on the specific coat color shown in the picture. So if we had been allowed to change the colors, we probably would have ended up with a completely different result.
I am 180% sure of that.
By the way, Nova, it just crossed my mind that NIMF is still on our list.
Exactly. Good catch. I'm so glad you remembered. NPC is my friend is honestly one of the core souls of this podcast.
Yeah, totally. So today, Maya's going to be our main focus.
Oh, sweet Maya. She's always there, ready to help with everything. And with her clumsy little ways, she's hands down one of the most lovable characters on the whole island of Jorvik.
Absolutely. And she's truly the soul of Moorland. Without her, so many things here wouldn't happen or just wouldn't survive. She's a massive help to Thomas around the horses, and to us as well, obviously. I mean, whenever we purchase stable care, she's right there at our service, making sure our beautiful pixel horses are always bursting with joy when they see her.
Exactly. But Maya isn't just some random, ordinary girl who simply decided to throw herself into the heavy, grueling daily routine of stable work. There is so much more hiding inside her and behind her back. She actually has a pretty mysterious past.
Oh yes, it's so exciting. Let's dive right into it. Let's start with the fact that many people think Maya is just some random girl who materialized out of nowhere in Moorland. But if you truly dig into the lore and piece the clues together, you realize her full name is Maya Dew. And the name Dew in Jorvik is synonymous with collapse and family tragedy.
Oh, the Dew Farms in Epona on the eastern slopes. Oh my gosh, of course. That massive, beautiful, yet completely ruined and abandoned estate that just sits there, all lonely on the edge of the harvest counties.
Exactly. Maya is actually a descendant of the Dew family, who went completely bankrupt in Epona years ago. And according to the official storyline, they literally had to leave the island of Jorvik. Nobody was left behind to take over the management of the farm, and weeds just overgrow everything. This puts her entire presence in Moorland in a completely different light, doesn't it? She's not just shoveling manure for fun or as a hobby. She fled from the total collapse of her family and absolute poverty. While her parents left the island, she chose to stay. And Thomas Moorland gave her a second chance, a job and a safe haven among the horses.
Wow, that's insane. I have literal goosebumps right now. To think that this girl smiles at us every single day in Moorland, while her family's once thriving, uniquely styled ancestral estate is rotting away in Epona. And after all that trauma, she becomes a core member of the Bobcat Girls, which was originally founded by Loretta, of course, and she stands by the girls as their most stable, grounded, and rational voice. Maya learned how to be strong when everything collapses around her because of her own past.
It really makes sense. And this might also explain the profound, special connection between Alex and Maya. Alex, the soul rider fighting against the darkness, and Maya, the girl whose family was already systematically brought to its knees by fate. No wonder they are so inseparable. Maya knows exactly what it feels like to lose everything in a split second.
Brilliant! And it ties perfectly into that community theory. What if the secrets of the Dew Farms in Epona aren't entirely lost? What if Maya, as the newest Jorviki generation, carries a dormant, ancient connection to this soil? She might not be a soul rider, But that healing energy and profound empathy she shares with every single horse on the island through stable care, maybe it stems directly from those deep ancestral roots.
It fits her character profile perfectly. So next time you purchase stable care and ride past Maya in Moorland, don't just see a basic NPC with a broom. Remember that you are riding past a girl who escaped the ruins of her family estate and bankruptcy in Epona to rebuild her life from absolute scratch among the horses. A true, quiet survivor.
All right, now that we've tested which horse we'd theoretically keep for a whole year based on the pictures, thinking about that made me realize something, Waverly. You and I have been playing this game for ages, but when you look at it, our styles are completely different. What kind of Star Stable players do you think we are, and what are the main player types you see running around the Jorvik servers these days?
Ooh, that is such a good question. Well, to start with, I think the home stable is a sanctuary for both of us, just with completely different colors. You, for example, Nova, really love the purple, black and silver gothic, darker, more mystical vibe, and you keep tweaking the design until it all comes together perfectly. That dark elegance is your favorite. If your horse's tack doesn't match that vibe, you're not even leaving the stable.
That's true. The purple, black, and silver trio is a must for me. But you're no amateur either with your green, black, and gold combination. The vibe of your stable and tacks reminds me of an elegant forest castle or a noble druid estate. That gold and green vibe is very impressive. But style aside, our shopping habits are entirely different too. I'm the type of trainer who likes to patiently max out my horses to level 15 before buying a new one. Although with the limited Summer Festival Magic horses right now, I made an exception because they will leave once the Summer Fest is over, and I didn't want to miss out on them.
I get it. Festival horses always fall into a special category. Compared to you, I'm more of an emotionally driven buyer. If I see a horse that immediately catches my eye, I tend to make a quick decision, and the star coins are already flying, even if I end up progressing a bit slower with training my favorite afterward. But that's what makes the community so beautiful and diverse. There are many types of collectors and mindful buyers here. For instance, we have the global chat enthusiasts who love gathering in Moorland or Steve's farm to gossip, make friends, or advertise their clubs. Sometimes it's quite fun to read through the conversations over a cup of coffee.
Absolutely. The social life is highly active. And speaking of the community, the other big group consists of the championship fans, who strictly follow the schedule, wear the highest stat gear, and compete for ribbons with incredible professionalism. But that's the great thing about SSO. Everyone finds their place. You also have the photographers, who spend hours searching for the perfect angles for a good picture, or the club owners and dressage riders who put so much time and effort into practicing formations.
Yes, club life is a true art form. We know this firsthand since we are currently in the middle of developing our own joint club. For now, we are working on a very special theme behind the scenes. And until our video schedule gets into a steady rhythm, we don't want to open its gates just yet. But one thing is for sure, a massive amount of work goes into managing communities like that.
Exactly. Hats off to anyone running an active club. But I think that's the beauty of the game. Chatters, racers, photographers, and club members all get along together. What about you guys watching? Do you recognize yourselves in any of these styles? Let us know in the comments if you're more of a trainer, a designer stable decorator, whether you're team purple silver or green gold, or perhaps a championship chaser.
Definitely let us know. We're super curious. But there's one thing that connects every single player type in Jorvik, and that's Wednesday Update Day. No matter how you play, Wednesday is Wednesday for everyone.
Exactly. And this week, we officially reached the third week of the Summerfest, which brought a couple of interesting details, but to put it mildly, it's definitely not the most action-packed update of the year. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at what did, or rather didn't, happen in the game this past Wednesday.
Well, Nova, we've finally reached the last segment of today's episode. Looking back at this past Wednesday's update from June 17th, if we look at the main storyline arcs, it ended up being a bit of a quieter week in that department. But we still got some really interesting new additions.
Exactly. The third week of the festival is officially live, and they introduced something surprisingly unique. You can literally balance on the back of a shark named Bruce while competing across the water for Tim and Ben's friendship. And you know what? I think this shark riding mechanic looks absolutely amazing. The execution is so well done, and it really elevates the beach vibe both visually and mechanically. I honestly hope this race stays in the game for good because it's super fun. Plus, Mariposa is back with her moth and butterfly research.
Absolutely. I totally agree. No complaints about the visuals or creativity here. They nailed it. Aside from that, we also got a new nori coat variation at the Silverglade Equestrian Center for 900 star coins. It's a really beautiful flea-bitten gray. There's also a minor logistical update. Some of the older breeds, including the Jorvik Connemara, Friesian, Andalusian, and quarter horses, have moved over to Marley's barn, and they are currently available for a slightly discounted price.
Looking at the end of the article, it's clear the team is already setting the stage for the upcoming weeks. The teaser mentions inflatable palm trees, so it looks like the authentic Grand Summer Beach Festival is finally hitting Fort Pinta next week. They added a funny little note too. Don't stick your hand in Bruce's mouth if you can help it. So the seaside lifestyle and shark adventures are definitely here to stay for a bit.
Sounds exciting. We can't wait to see what next week brings. But that's all the time we have for Moorland Morning today. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us for this insightful and fun morning chat.
Exactly, guys. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, when you're riding through Moorland, wave at Maya and save up those star coins wisely. Take care of yourselves and your horses, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.